This afternoon I called up the Chippewa National Forest Service office in Cass County, and they said that the forest roads are open. Hopefully we can find a camping spot. We better take a look at this first. I was using an Onyx map and I found a place down a road, but I don't know if I'm going to try going down this road. This road's about a mile long and I have no idea what's down at the end other than it's a boat landing. I'm already sinking in just walking through it. I don't think this one's going to work. Let me find something else. Pretty close to a spot that a couple other channels have been to. I think Nomadic Fanatic has been here once, and then Murry from Fishin' More. He was here like a year or two ago, so maybe we'll go check that out. It was about this time last year when I was on this road, and I got a little too close to the edge, and it's really soft. I almost got stuck. I might just stay at the first place I find, because they're talking rain all day Sunday. It might be a little tricky getting out of here. I have no idea how my tie downs are still holding on. I thought the camper was going to tip over for a second. One thing's for sure, the further we go, the worse this is getting. Honestly, I couldn't be too mad if there is someone back here, because they definitely worked for it. Oh, there is. Dang it. That's a pretty cool setup. I'll give them that. Well, we're back on the road. He's a super nice guy. I had a chance to talk to him for a little bit. He's from Brainerd as well, doing the exact same thing that I'm doing. He's just getting out in the woods, finding a place to relax for the weekend. And that Toyota pickup truck, it's a nice rig to have to be back on these roads with. He's leaving tomorrow morning, and he offered for me to stay there the night, but I think we're going to find our own spot. Maybe we'll go back to that location tomorrow morning. But for tonight, we got to find a place, and it's going to start getting dark here soon, and you see what these roads look like. I don't want to tackle them in the dark. We need to find a spot. I checked a shooting range that's not too far down the road, but it's completely flooded out. So we're going to head to a boat landing that's close by and see if there's no overnight parking signs. It's surprising the number of boat landings that they don't allow you to camp overnight at. Let's check out the sign. Other than the bullet holes not feeling welcoming, there's nothing that says we can't stay here. We'll check down by the lake, because sometimes they put the signs down there. It doesn't look like there's been anybody driving in this boat landing. I've got the only tracks here. I think we're in luck. This sign just tells us it's a designated trout lake. It's got some rules on it. Nothing about not camping here. Toby and I are going to call this home for the night. Tomorrow morning when the other camper leaves, we'll go get that spot. Stay there for the weekend. This is going to work great for an overnight. I'll catch up with you in the morning. go see if the neighbor cleared out this morning. The boat landing last night was quiet, and we could definitely stay there, but it didn't feel like a camping spot. Maybe that's because I didn't even put the slide out. I think I'll be happier at this other place. The road has not gotten any better, that's for sure. But I got some good news. The other guy's gone, so we're gonna have an actual camping spot. This is a nice one. Come on. Good boy. Talk about a little slice of heaven. Let's go take a look down by the lake and then we'll get the camper set up. It's super shallow up here on shore, so I don't know if this is going to be a good spot for fishing, but it would be a good place to put the canoe in and see if we can get some trout, maybe later this summer. I'm going to see if I can't find a spot to get that camper leveled out at. This is no good. We got a problem. See the lights? They're not supposed to be on. I got the keys in my pocket. The truck is shut completely off. I don't know why it's doing that. The batteries are going to go dead in the truck. That's what I do know. What the heck? Must be something with the ground. Maybe all that rattling around that we did. Who knows? But I'm plugging the camper, shut the truck lights off. For Pete's sake. Nope. Truck lights are still on. I've had this happen before though. The only way to fix it, pull the fuses. It's temporary, but it works. Looks like this 10 amp right here is for our reverse lights. Let's go see if that does anything. Problem solved. Temporarily anyways. As long as the house batteries don't go dead, that's my main concern. For now, I'm gonna get the camper level and we're just gonna enjoy the weekend. Front to back is not too bad. I just need to drop this side down a little bit. I'll do that with the airbags. Well, that looks about good enough for government work. That hole that we hit last night didn't do too much damage inside the camper, but I do have two power stations, one sitting on top of the other. The bottom one controls the microwave, coffee pot, keeps the house batteries charged, and the top one is there just to keep the laptop going and my camera's charged up. Unfortunately, it took a spill last night, fell from the dinette all the way down to the ground. It doesn't work anymore. Other than that, that was the only problem we had. But I've talked about it before. It's the price you pay to put your camper back into some of these places. Views like these, this is priceless. I think Toby and I will show you around the campsite. There's a couple trails leading off this place. This is pretty cool. There's a small trail going right off the main parking area and looks like it leads down to a little tent spot right on the lake. This is nice. What do you think, Toby? Looks like someone even left some firewood there. It's about 55 degrees out this afternoon. This is like shorts and t-shirt weather. This wind though, it's about 20 miles an hour. It's not slowing down. About 50 yards from our campsite, there's a latrine in the woods. It's pretty nice that the Forestry Service does this stuff. This definitely helps cut down on the amount of waste that people leave behind. In all the years I've been coming out into the woods and finding dozens of these, I've never used one. There's a really nice walking trail right off the campsite. I love finding things like this. Once we get into the woods, the wind is gone, but I'm not sure what we're going to do about a campfire tonight. This woods is really cool. There's these rolling hills all over and lakes. This is beautiful. Being back here, completely forget about work, about life. That's why I like coming out here on the weekends. Just get lost out here. It's definitely a great way to recharge the batteries. I'm coming. This trail is starting to close in on us. I think we've gone far enough. What do you say, Toby? Should we head back? Thankfully, I get a little bit of cell phone service here, so I'm going to check the weather channel and see if this wind is going to be calming down anytime soon. That's going to make the difference if we're cooking on a fire or cooking in the camper today. I was going to dig the fire pit out, but this wind, it's not working with us at all. I would hate for it to get away from me. I just don't think that we're going to be cooking on the fire tonight. Maybe if we were tucked in the woods a little bit more, but being right here on the lake, this isn't going to work. It's an excellent place to store the shovel. It's been really quiet here this afternoon. I haven't had anybody come down this road, but it's not like it goes anywhere. The weather channel is saying 20-mile-an-hour winds for the rest of the evening, and then at about 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, it's going to be blowing in a rainstorm. So who knows how tricky it's going to be getting out of here. The good news is that rain will take out the rest of the snow. Hopefully these roads will be drying up quick and we can get back out. There's just so many places that I want to go check out yet. I did bring some night crawlers with, and I got a fishing rod. I was going to do some fishing this afternoon, but I don't know if you saw that sign last night. This lake, you can only fish it during trout season. That and the wind, it's kind of limiting what I can do out here this weekend. Thankfully, the views out here are like a 10 out of 10. This is a beautiful place. Look at this sketchy hill that we came in on. And that's where we got to go tomorrow morning. Hopefully there's not too much rain. I used to play a ton of cards when I was a kid. This is like the main thing that Mandy and I do when she comes out. Haven't even decided if I'm gonna make supper tonight. Listening to Toby snores got me ready to go to bed. We put on a couple of miles today, enough to tire him out. Can't win them all. It's all right. It's time for me to get this camper cleaned up anyways. What do you think there, lazy bones? Should we go out potty one last time? Yeah. Toby's getting a lot better about going outside in the dark. I've been running the generator for a few hours. We'll shut that off. The other thing that I have to do is go get a camera that I left about a half mile down the road. This flashlight from Harbor Freight does an excellent job. I think it's brighter than the headlights in my truck. I hear the wind whistling through the trees, and this light is bouncing shadows off the branches, constantly making you think that there's something in the corner of your eye. I left Toby in the camper. He wouldn't mind coming out for the walk, but he's already sleeping. We just got to find this camera. There it is. Bingo. I think I'm ready to go to bed. Back to the camper. Looks like Toby's out for the night. I'll see you in the morning. Looks like we might miss the rain. Radar looks like it'll be about 11 o'clock when the storm rolls in. Should give us just enough time to make breakfast. I think it sounds like a sausage, egg, and cheese muffin kind of morning. Looks like Toby's taking an interest in breakfast this morning. You already had breakfast this morning. I've got to hook up on the eggs. Check that out. Right off the farm. This is a trick that I found. I spread out the eggs really thin and then I keep them moving around. It makes a perfect eggs. This way the eggs are nice and light, fluffy. It's a perfect egg. That wind is really picking up out there. There we are. That's a good sandwich. I think if you were to total up all of the meals that I've ate inside of the truck camper, the breakfast sandwich would come out on top. I've made hundreds of these things. Mandy sent a text this morning. She said that the rain has started back home, so it'll be here pretty soon. This has been a really nice campground. It's clean, beautiful views. I couldn't ask for a better weekend. I had a really good supper plan, but we're going to have to save that for next week. It's funny how the wind just takes the energy right out of me. I was mentioning to my buddy Larry, I don't know how they do it in Arizona or Wyoming, the Dakotas. I'll take 20 below zero over 20, 30 mile an hour constant wind. The good news is it's drying up the roads and we need that. But I'm starting to feel a few drops, so I think that means we got this video in the bag. You guys have been hanging out with Toby and me all weekend long. That's long enough. We'll do this again next weekend. Until then, be kind, be honest. We'll see you down the road.